A lot of people think they're building wealth when they're really just building cash flow. They see money coming in, they feel productive, and they assume progress is happening. But that assumption is often wrong. And that confusion is one of the biggest reasons people earn good money, stay busy, and still feel financially stuck, sometimes for decades. They're doing everything they were told to do. They're working hard. They're earning more than before. Yet the sense of security never quite arrives. In this video, we're going to clearly separate cash flow from wealth, explain why confusing them quietly holds people back, and show you how to think about money in a way that actually leads to long-term stability. No hype, no shortcuts, just clarity. Why this confusion matters. Let's start with a simple idea that rarely gets explained clearly. You can increase your income for years and still not improve your financial position. That sounds backward at first, but it happens constantly. People assume progress equals more money coming in. More income feels like forward motion. But progress isn't about movement, it's about direction. Progress is really about what that money turns into once it arrives. If you don't understand the difference between cash flow and wealth, you'll feel like you're moving forward, while standing in the same place financially, just with nicer things around you. What cash flow actually is. Cash flow is money in motion. It's the stream of income coming into your life from different sources. It includes your paycheck, business income, freelance work, rental income, dividends, and side hustles. Cash flow answers one basic but important question. How much money is coming in regularly? Cash flow pays the bills. Cash flow covers expenses. Cash flow reduces short-term stress. Without cash flow, daily life becomes difficult very quickly. So let's be clear, cash flow matters. In fact, healthy cash flow is necessary. But necessary doesn't mean sufficient. And that's where the confusion begins. Why cash flow? Feels like wealth. Cash flow feels powerful because it's visible and immediate. When income increases, stress often drops. Lifestyle improves. Confidence goes up. You feel capable. You feel in control. You feel like things are finally working. So people naturally assume this must be wealth. But cash flow is temporary by nature. It usually depends on continued work, ongoing effort, market conditions, health, and time. Miss work. Lose a client. Face a downturn. Burn out. And the stream can slow or stop, which means cash flow can disappear far faster than most people expect. What wealth actually is. Wealth is not income. Wealth is what remains after income has done its job. Wealth is ownership, assets, equity, and net worth. It's the accumulation of decisions made over time. In simple terms, wealth is what you keep, not what you earn. Wealth answers a much harder and more revealing question. If my income stopped, what would still be there? That's why two people earning the same amount can be in completely different financial positions. One may feel calm, the other may feel trapped. The difference isn't effort, it's structure. The income trap. This is where the confusion turns into a real problem. As cash flow rises, spending usually rises with it. This doesn't happen recklessly. It happens gradually. A slightly nicer home, a better car, more subscriptions, more commitments, higher fixed expenses. Each decision feels reasonable on its own. But collectively, everything becomes dependent on income continuing at the same level, or higher. This is the income trap. It's when higher income increases lifestyle faster than it increases ownership. From the outside, it looks like success. From the inside, it creates pressure. Because now, stopping or even slowing down feels dangerous. Pause for a moment. Let me pause you for a second. Not to teach, just to ask. If your income stopped for 6 months, no paycheck, no business income, no side hustle, what would still be working for you? What would still be producing value without your daily effort? You don't need to answer out loud. Just notice how that question feels. That feeling tells you whether you're relying on cash flow or supported by wealth. All right, let's keep going. Why high income still isn't wealth? High income is useful. High income is powerful. But high income does not automatically create wealth. If higher income increases spending, increases debt, or increases dependence on work, then wealth stays flat, or even declines. More money simply moves through your life faster. Wealth grows only when income is intentionally converted into assets. Not accidentally, not someday, not when things slow down. On purpose. Assets versus lifestyle choices. Every dollar you earn eventually goes in one of two directions. It either supports your lifestyle or strengthens your balance sheet. Most people lean heavily toward lifestyle because it feels rewarding now. It improves comfort. It improves appearance. It improves convenience. People who build wealth lean toward assets because they value future flexibility. This isn't about extremes or deprivation. It's about priority order, not punishment. Passive income clarified. Passive income is often misunderstood. Passive income is still cash flow. It only contributes to wealth when it's tied to ownership, compounds over time, or increases long-term control. Cash flow without ownership still requires attention. It may feel easier, but it's not the same as leverage. Ownership creates leverage. Why wealth is quiet. Wealth doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel exciting day to day. It doesn't spike emotions. It doesn't demand constant action. In fact, it can feel boring. But it does something far more important. It creates resilience. And resilience is what actually reduces stress, not income alone. The mental shift that changes everything. Here's the shift that changes how money decisions feel. Instead of asking, how can I make more money? And start asking, does this improve my net worth over time? That single question changes spending decisions, career moves, investing behavior, and stress levels. It turns money into a system instead of a chase. And systems outperform effort over time. Putting it all together. Cash flow is income. Wealth is ownership. Cash flow funds your life. Wealth protects your future. Cash flow feels good now. Wealth gives you options later. The goal isn't to ignore income. It's to convert income into wealth deliberately, consistently, and without drama. If this helped clarify something you've felt but couldn't quite explain, you're exactly who this channel is for. This channel is about long-term thinking, financial calm, and systems that don't rely on constant hustle. If you want to keep learning how money really works, without stress or hype, make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you in the next one.